Products such as journals, mugs, costuming, wearable art, formal wear, and accessories. We also carry a line of magical supplies, including candles, oils, herbs, and limited ritual items. All items are created in a scenic studio space in Culpeper, Virginia, and available throughout the world online, as well as at festivals and events. Magical Things offers custom creations too, such as costuming, illustrations, and more. Come visit us at magicalfantasy.com.
Well, that was some boring music.
Spike?
Come on, where's the Justin Bieber? Where's the Katy Perry? Where's the Fallout Boy?
Noddle, you have witch powers. Turn him into a chipmunk and feed him to the owl outside.
I will do no such thing. We're here to talk about our website.
HomeCanineNeutering.com?
What?
No! InvaderPet.com, where people can check out our comic strips or locate bookstores selling bookmarks with our comics on them. So, listeners, want to see comics of me, Noddle the Witch, my pets Kaylee Cat and Spike Beagle? Go to InvaderPet.com and check us out.
Seriously, though, you guys really have a canine neutering website?
You know, to just be grossly generalistic, you could put half of Trump supporters into what I call the basket of deplorables. Right?
You won't call me twice, so sucker, don't try it. Got a beef, I'll put it on the table. Itty broken and you put me in the basket of deplorables. What am I to tell my wife today? You talk down to me in the basket of deplorables. How am I to wash that sin away? Yeah.
talk about the music. We're trying to get Miss Spider inside the group, into the group chit chat, and on Skype, and it's not working. So I might have to call Skype, saying, "Hey, what's going on with this thing?" Because now all of a sudden it's not working correctly. Anyway, so what we've been doing for the past 3 hours now, 2 hours. We've been talking to Scott from One Man Rock Band. And we kind of like geared up towards the topic Basket of Deplorables. We're talking about Trump and Clinton in the elections. And
I figured out how to get our next caller.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we're going to share the microphone here, which is really awkward. And if you saw it, you'd probably laugh. No, I will not take pictures.
Patty, you need to take pictures.
Oh, I don't think he'll let me.
I don't care. Do it anyway. Okay, are we all here now?
Yes.
I'm here.
Scott?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Go ahead. I'm going to set the timer.
Right.
Are you choosing Soapbox or Scott?
I choose you, Scott.
Oh, thank you ever so kindly.
All right, starting the timer. Let's go.
Okay. Scott, my topic for you, I wanted to talk about Mr. Trump's views on how he thinks he knows more about the military and their goings-on than people in the military, because I come from a military family. My papa was a paratrooper. My grandpa served in World War II and in Korea. And Mr. Trump has said that he knows more about ISIS than our generals, and he's also said that he has no respect for prisoners of war because they should never have been captured, and things like that. So I'd like to know how you feel about that, and we can discuss it a little bit.
Wow, that's a really cool topic, very intelligent questions, and
Thank you.
That's really cool. So, first of all, that comment where he says, "Oh, I know more than the generals, trust me." As a Trump supporter, I don't really take that seriously. The way that I look at it is, the way that the media portrays this guy, it's like this. The media takes Donald Trump literally, but they don't take him seriously. Trump supporters take him seriously, but we do not take him literally. So when he says stuff like that, it's like what he's really saying behind all of that, what I actually hear is the way that Obama goes into a country and says, we're going to go into Iraq at 9:30 Wednesday morning on July the 3rd. It's like, he's right. We should shut up about that. We should actually have the element of surprise and do what we do and then talk about it afterwards. So when he says that, I don't really take that part of it seriously. But having said that, do I think that it would be offensive coming from a military background, from someone who is taking his word verbatim? Oh, yeah, I can see that and I understand it. But I would hope that with a little bit of understanding, the way that this guy means it is that what Douglas MacArthur would do, or Nimitz, or someone of the warriors of...
Oh, hang on a minute. What happened here? Hang on.
So to answer the first part of your question, that's about where, as a Trump supporter, that's where I stand on that.
Mm-hmm.
And the second part of it, what was the other part? Because it was just as valuable. What was that?
Oh, he had kind of made fun of Mr. McCain for being a prisoner of war, and he said that he didn't have respect for people that get captured, and he made light of the fact of the torture and the grief that Mr. McCain went through. And he said something once about how he didn't earn his Purple Heart, but that Trump has a Purple Heart because someone gave it to him, and he didn't earn it in the line of duty, but he was kind of making fun of John McCain for being a prisoner of war.
Wow, that's an interesting question, because I don't necessarily agree with that, and as a Trump supporter, I don't agree with everything that he says. And that you have to understand that Trump comes from a winning background. That he talks about winning. You have to understand the mindset of this person. When he says he's going to win,
But if he's running a country and he's running a military, he's supposed to want to help his military people, whether they are in a dangerous situation. Is he going to say, oh, well, let's just leave them over there in hostile territory because it was their own fault they got captured, so they're fired, you know?
Do you think that he would do that?
Well, if he doesn't have the proper respect for them and he thinks it was, you know, oh, they're not winners, so they don't deserve to have us help them out because they got themselves in that situation or something, he might.
Do you realize that he is supported by almost every branch of the military because of his support of the veterans of this country who have been depleted of their valuable resources to go to things like, illegal immigrants that are receiving money, whereas our veterans who fought the wars should be receiving it? So when you say that, understand that the group of people that you are saying don't believe in him are actually the ones that are supporting him because they know what he's saying is supportive of them, as we should be as Americans, period. So when you talk to me about your family being a military family, to me it is the highest honor a family can bestow upon its country and its people. I believe that man understands that to his core. What he said about John McCain was, hey, man, you rest too much on this I'm a prisoner of war thing. It doesn't have the same kind of resonant value as you think that it does in the political arena. I smell crap, and I want you to get off that train and talk to me about what you're going to do and not how you earned a Purple Heart under conditions that left you as a prisoner of war. Would I agree with him to say that that's the right thing? No. But by the same token, I don't have to agree with everything that he says, but I also understand the spirit of what this person is saying, where others are taking his words literally. And that is where the disconnect is with people that don't like Trump, in my opinion.
Well, if he would just say what he means and not try to double talk, I think people would understand him a little more rather than trying to, you know, beat around the bush or say things in a way that he doesn't mean. If he just said what he meant, it would make a whole lot more sense. He's supposed to speak for, you know, the common people and not try and talk in circles like the government people, but he's much worse to me to try and, if you're saying what he said isn't really what he meant and things, he's harder to figure out than a government official.
Wow, you are a very clear thinker. I appreciate it. What I would say is this, that the double talk that we have that's going in the government right now versus what he's saying against an individual is a drop in the bucket to what kind of America we have right now with either a Barack Obama president or particularly a Hillary Clinton presidency that would be so rife with corruption, collusion, and absolute ripping the fabric of America apart with this, even the hint of a talk of open borders, which she mentioned in the second debate as some kind of a slip and tried to back it up by saying, I was talking about energy. No, she wasn't talking about energy, because energy can flip across borders like nothing. She's talking about open the gates for people that don't belong here, which in my world I would say is treason. So to say that what he is saying is offensive compared to what is being done to us is a drop in the bucket, and where he wants to take us as an American who's a little guy, basically a David compared to a Goliath. I think the direction that he wants to go feels right to me because it represents the people and doesn't represent the companies that are paying our politicians off.
Now, I don't know if he would probably appreciate being called a David rather than a Goliath, but Spider is telling me that we have to wrap up because our 5 minutes are up. He's doing a finger-rolling kind of thing.
Well, amazing questions and very clearly thought through things.
It was nice talking to you. Thank you, Scott.
Thank you.
All right, well, that worked out pretty good.
Yeah, clear as a bell.
I have a crick in my neck.
All right. Anybody else who wants to give the call or message me your number and I'll call you. I guess I don't know.
I want to do this. I saw Jeff back there. Put Jeff up. He wasn't. I don't know if he's still there, but